Have you ever had days where you've been at your desk, you look out the window and you're like, Jesus Christ, it's fucking raining again. And thought, you know what? I don't really want to do anything. I'm not motivated. Well, that has been me today. And that's usually not the case. Usually I'm up, I'm moving around, I've got lots of energy, but today has just been weird, right? Like it's been a little bit rainy. I'm a little bit tired. I was up early this morning, trained, did my usual morning routine, and I felt fine. But then the sun never came out. And usually around lunchtime, I have my lunch, I do my little 10-minute walk just to help with digestion. And that didn't happen today. So it threw my entire routine off. And I'm looking at my watch and I'm like, well, shit, I'm only at 3,000 steps on the day. And I'm guessing a lot of that came from my workout this morning. Now, granted, this is not where I want to be and this is not normal. And I know that. And I'm super aware of that. But it still doesn't make it feel any easier to work through. And so as I'm sitting here getting ready for my next call, I'm just like, God damn. Like, can the sun come out for like 5 minutes? I just want to go step outside, get a little bit of sunshine on my face. I know I'll feel better, and then get right back to it. Now, granted, this is a first world problem. Like, I am super grateful to feel this way. And I think that's where a lot of people miss. And it takes a mindset shift to get here. Now, 5 years ago, I would have been like, yeah, super great day. Yeah, fuck it. We're just going to keep trudging through and then go to bed, start over. Hopefully tomorrow's better. But now, 5 years later, I can sit here and think to myself, you know what? This gray day actually helps me appreciate the sunny days that we get. And granted, I live in a beautiful place. I live in Charleston, South Carolina. It's nice here 10 months out of the year. I shouldn't be complaining about one overcast day. But here we are. But I think the thing to remember is in order to appreciate those sunny days, those 10 months of really good weather, you have to be okay with the overcast days and really January and February. Outside of that, you're doing pretty good. And even with this, I'm just like, oh man, all right, 3,000 steps. I might get to 5,000. I'll finish my next call, go on a little walk. Hopefully, it doesn't rain on me. And if it does, let's have a flashback to when we were younger and would go outside and play basketball in the rain. It's not actually that bad, right? And then make dinner and enjoy my evening with my little bit of family that I have. And I think it's the shift that happens when you are in a routine, you're aware of what you are grateful for, and you get some of these bad day reminders of, you know what, life really isn't that bad, right? Things are pretty good. And so as you're sitting here and you're listening to me ramble on about the weather like an old person, just keep in mind, right? When you build a routine, and I've spent years building a routine, and while it's not perfect, it is the routine that helps me do the thing that I need to do. And as a former athlete, I always feel like I want to do more, but the routine helps me do better so I can do more. It's not just about doing more at this stage in life. It's about appreciating what you have, being grateful for what you have, and doing better so you can get even more of that thing that you have. Now, for me, that thing is fitness, and I love fitness. That's why I've gotten into this as my career. But even as a professional, take the industry out of the conversation for a moment. When the weather's bad and you're not feeling it and you're just like, what the fuck is this? Like, how can I do anything else? You kind of have to take a step back and remember, you know what? It could be a lot worse. It could be a lot worse. But I'm grateful for what I have because I know tomorrow the clouds will part, the sun will show its face, and I'm going to have an awesome day. That just means I get to get back up and lean into my routine rather than falling off the wagon. So, if you are in here and you're like, oh man, I'm not in a good season of life, just know that this season of life is going to help you appreciate all the better seasons that you have on the horizon. You get to that better season by putting in the work when the times are dark. You start building that routine. What do you do when you first wake up in the morning? What do you do when you first sit down at your desk? What do you do the night before to prepare for the next day? As you start to refine that routine and put good habits into place, they're going to replace all the negative habits that you have. So even if you were an athlete like I was, we were super structured, super disciplined, super routine from about 15 to 25, depending on how long your career lasted. And then you got into the real world. And then what happened? Well, that's a different story. But now we're picking up after that down period. And we want to get you out of that down period. So we're going to start with building habits and building structure so that you get back into a better routine. You have the things that you need with your training, your nutrition, and your lifestyle. And you get your life back. And you start to feel a little bit more athletic. You start to feel a little bit more competitive, and you feel like your old self again. And at the end of the day, that is the goal. So drop a message down below if you relate to this at all. Like, this is the thing that I talk to my clients about all the freaking time. It's like, look, you got to appreciate the bad so that you can appreciate and enjoy the good. Drop a note below and